Fight fans, fight fans, fight fans. This is Kurt Taville with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I am live once again, people. And okay, and we have Abdullah Mason in the building. Okay, Abdullah, of course, is a guy that's a rival of Keyshawn Davis, as we heard. Okay. And he will be taking on Jeremia Nakathila or Nakathila. Okay. I think I said that right. So just setting up the payment as of right now. Let's see here. Come on. And here we go, peeps. We have Matthias Shinglongo. Which time are they starting? Well, it is 7:26 here, so I'm getting it together. Whitey McCrackerson, hit that like button. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. This is the second chat of the day. I got to put my new information in because it's been a while since I've used zip code. Zip code. Just picked up a Papa Murphy's pizza, and we're in this piece. Okay. Hey up, Kurt, mate, back again. Absolutely, Mama Lou, counterpunch to you. Okay, this is kind of weird. This is dumb. All right, let's see. Okay, cool. Boom. Kurt can't show anything of his channel might be shut down. Nah. Can't do that. That's what you call copyright infringement. All right, here we go. So, who's fighting now? I know this is the beginning of the card. So, ESPN. It's been a while though. I think they, I I don't know if they settled, but I thought they were supposed to be going to the zone also. Where's the fight on? Rod Barnes. The fight is on ESPN. Okay, so check ESPN out. ESPN Plus. Okay, Isley versus Williams. Isley is from the U.S. William is from Brazil. Okay, so we got a Brazilian taking on an American. And this is round 7 of 10. You know, I didn't know this. It started this early, honestly. But we are here nonetheless. So here we go. Good jab to the body by Mr. William, or Guillerme, what they call him. These cats have the same profile. You know, black, bald. Good right to the body by William. Isley comes in with a 1-2. He misses. He lands with the jab, but it misses with the right hand. He pops him with another jab. He takes a couple paces. Oh, good left to the good left uppercut to the body. Oh, good counter left hook. Oh, good right hand from Isley. Left uppercut from Isley. Good little sneaky right uppercut from William, though. He needs to catch Isley coming in and land that right uppercut. Good double left hook, one upstairs, one down below. There you go. I don't know what you're looking at the ref for. Protect yourself at all times. Williams looking at the ref, holding on to Isley, and Isley's punching him. That's how you're supposed to do it. Eunice Butterball, counterpunch to you. Got the trainer. Should be the trainer of the year. Bo Mack in the building. Oh, good right hand for Isley. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, well, you know, it was a hometown thing. I mean, they were looking for a reason for that fight because, I mean, you look at Wardley. Wardley was not going to win that fight unless he knocked him out. So they had to make a scenario where that happened. He landed a great shot, though. You can't take it away from Fabio. But at the end of the day, that great shot, it truly a KO shot? No. So if it wasn't truly a KO shot, they're going to make it a TKO shot. So I mean that, you know, it's ways around boxing at times. You know, so that's why you can't get yourself involved in any type of situation where they take it from you or they take it, you know, away from they leave it in the hands of the referee or the judges, because the referee is going to do what he was paid to do. He is paid to protect the hometown fighter because that is the promoted fighter of the night. You know, the promoted fighter of the night is the reason why everybody showed up. Ipswich, that's where Fabio Wardley's from. So in essence, he's paid to provide support for the hometown fighter. That's how it works in boxing. See, that referee knew, like, listen, I have to call this fight because that's the only way that a fighter that I'm paid to be here for is going to win. And this is the perfect opportunity. It's Hooney's job. It was Hooney's job, not for that to happen. Not for you to lay it in hands of someone that's paid to be there to favor the other fighter. That's how it works. The referee robbed Hooney. I mean, yeah. I mean, you know, it ain't as bad as a call as some, you know what I mean? I've seen Robert Byrd push a fighter down and wave the fight off. So that means you didn't even give the fighter an opportunity to see where that fighter was. You didn't care. You know, I remember that Dimitri Pitrug fight. Dimitri Pitrug knocked Danny Jacobs down to the ground. Danny Jacobs sat there, similar to Tyson Fury, how Tyson Fury was. When Wilder hit Tyson Fury, that ref, Jack Reese, could have made a decision and said, you know what, this is it. But he didn't do that. Jack Reese knew, because he was following the fight like everyone else. This fight was a fight that was going in Tyson's favor. So at least the least I could do is see where he's at. And if he got up wobbly-legged, okay, well, at that point, we need to shut this fight down. Let's call the fight off. Wilder has knocked him out. But in this case, you got a guy that's not favored. You have a guy that didn't take in consideration, and he was balked. Let's just be real. Oh, good left uppercut. Oh, good jab from William. So, I mean, that was going to happen if the opportunity presented itself, and it did. That's it. Dillian White is crazy. He risked his career against Atoma. No, he's not. His career's over. His career's over anyway. He's had 2 fights last year. He fought Ebenezer Teta, and he fought Christian Hammer. You know, this is a Riyadh season card. So Dillian White's going to get, because more than likely he's going to get beat unless he upsets Atoma. People are not looking at it like that. People are going to say a man at chin, the uppercut, the this, the that. If Dillian White does the unthinkable, then what will we think of Dillian White? Do we praise Dillian White, or do we downplay the success or look at Moses Atoma being overrated? Which one do we do? Because we're going to do one or the other. Hey, Kurt, I agree with what you're saying, but maybe we are being a bit harsh on Fabio. He has no amateur boxing background. In only 4 white collar fights, he can only get so far, but he's done well far. I mean, he has power. You know, I mean, I'm not trying to down him or anything like that, but, you know, I liked how he explained it. Like, look, I'm not like these guys that had all this amateur experience, but I fought hard. You have to respect it, but you can't respect the politics around the shit. We don't supposed to respect that. That wasn't right anyway. Downplay Moses if he gets beat by a washed white. Pretty much. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen, pretty much. Pretty much, sir. That's pretty much what we're going to do. We're going to say Moses Atoma is overrated, and he just, found someone that could, that could test his chin. Because more than likely, the only way he loses, he gets caught with something that White throws. And to be honest, White at this point, I seen the Ebenezer Teta fight. Well, the guy that Fabio Wardley broke his jaw, right? And Frazier Clark took out Ebenezer in like a round. So you can question Dillian White's punching power. So if Dillian White upsets Moses Atoma by hitting him with a left hook, something Moses never seen, we can speculate that Moses does have some chinny issues or some durability issues. You know what I mean? But still, CJ, once again, salute the man with the wrench. Counterpunch to you. High five, Barrel Sheet, Bada, Elohim in the building. But seriously, I look at that fight, it was a guy from Australia, another country, coming over to fight a hometown guy that his coming out party, and he was schooling him. So that fight that was scary. That was a scary fight for Fabio Wardley. I know he's relieved, but and here's the thing: you see Ben Davison smiling ear to ear and shit like that. I don't really know what the hell. I don't know. I don't know. Let me check on my pizza. Pizza. All right. Kurt, sounds like you've lost confidence in Ben Davison after the AJ loss. Well, I never had confidence in Ben Davison anyway, to be fair. See, I study the history of people and see how things go. See how things, Okay, let's go back to 2018 with Ben Davison. Now, I don't like anybody being talked about, because I remember John Fury talked about Ben Davison like, he's a PT teacher. He just, And I looked at Ben Davison, I know he was passionate about it. He was helping a friend. He was there for Tyson Fury, and I respected the friendship. Good left uppercut from William. But no, Ben Davison's game plan with Tyson Fury when he fought Deontay Wilder was to jab and, use the jab, keep the distance with the jab, follow the right hand, and turn him. Yeah, people believed in him when he did that because people looked at, again, it's the history. People see the history. We've seen what Francis did to Tyson Fury. We've seen that. And who did he have? He had Sugar Hill Stewart in his corner, right? All right. Well, that being said, it's like this. Well, Ben Davison, in his performance against Francis Ngannou, was so dominating. You know, the trainer gets the credit by default. He didn't have to really do anything. But what we seen, though, in that fight, we seen him throw hard punches and threw caution to defense. He did that both times. AJ and Fabio should leave Ben Davison's. He's not right for them. Maybe that's why Tyson Fury left. It's the history. Tyson Fury left, or should I say Ben Davison left, because Tyson Fury wanted to bring in Sugar Hill Stewart, and Ben Davison didn't want to hear that. He didn't want to work with nobody. So he left. Dillion's career is over when he was KO'd by Povetkin. Not really. Fans are fickle. Yeah. I don't know, man. Because I'm an advocate for trainers, because a lot of trainers get, here's the thing. If Ben Davison, if he hasn't coached throughout that training camp for AJ to keep his hands up, he has to share his responsibility in the matter. Wardley is obligated to fight Hunter for the mandatory position now. Well, Troy Isley wins by unanimous decision. Abdullah Mason, number 2. Price Productions in the building. Abdullah Mason, 18-0 with 16 KOs. Let's see if Wardley can pass Hunter for the mandatory position. Well, The only thing with AJ keeps his hands down, he should have known himself. He should have. Don't get me wrong. The fighters themselves, they have to have some type of accountability. He has to hold himself accountable for the stuff that he's in there fighting, right? Yeah, he has to be held accountable because, hell, Ben ain't in there fighting for him. So that means that AJ needs to do his job, but so does Ben. Kurt, do you think Bo Mack is as good as they say since Terrence is Terrence? Well, you know what, though? It's kind of hard to say. I think it's the relationship and the energy of both guys, how they work together. That's always going to be a factor. All right? It's always going to be a factor. Hunter has the same style like Hooney, and he's more experienced. If I was Frank Warren, I'd be trying to swerve that fight. I wouldn't be trying to go in there with him. See, these are fights, but this is a business, but business is war. So the war really goes on outside the ring. Arizism, love you back, my brother. Abdullah Mason was raised correct. He's thoughtful and an articulate young man. Well, he stayed under pressure when he was getting pressured. Because Keyshawn Davis, man, he was coming at him pretty direct. Yeah. So what's up? So what's up now? Well, my team. No, I'm asking you, not your team. Like, ouch. You know what's strange, though? You know who used to be like that? Errol Spence. Errol Spence used to be like that until he started getting cocky. He pretty much let Floyd and Al and those guys pump him up. Mike the Body Snatcher McCollum, 1956 through 2025. Mm. The real body snatcher. Mama Lou, I think that anybody else, really. Because the worst thing you can be is a lenient trainer.
Rest in peace, champ.
Yeah, Ronnie Shields is good. I'm eating blue corn tortilla chips, organic, of course, with an avocado and a thin crust pizza. Yeah, man. It's good stuff. Besides being a great body snatcher, he was also an excellent defensive fighter. Yeah, it's always sad to see people go, but hey, man, we all do. But yeah, old Ben. But yeah, I think Fabio won today, but he also showed us a lot about himself. But this may, hopefully, it's a wake-up call. So look, here's the deal. Here's the deal. If he doesn't do anything about it, if he doesn't do anything to correct it, if he throws caution to the wind, and he doesn't get any better, and he eventually gets beat, what's going to happen is nobody can blame anybody but himself. My man Charles Edward Cheese coming in. Where you been? Bars. Coming in with that $98 love. What's goody? Salute CP chat. Can't believe main events went poof. Me neither, my brother. Counterpunch to you. You are the man. King Kong ain't got on cheese. Don't worry, man. I'm going to have it set up so when you do donate, I'm going to have something equivalent to that because, yeah, you make the boxing world go round and round, my brother, and I salute you, and I think a lot of other people do as well. But I still think they should have fought. Let the man fight. But I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I think that's strange. But Charles, I want to know what you have to say about that. Do you think that Keyshawn Davis knew that they were going to just strip him on top of not allowing him to fight? Now, if he had prior knowledge, that's one thing. But I don't know. But the question is, do you think he knew? That's what I want to know. That's exactly what I want to know. Bill Haney is a good trainer for you, Kurt, to fight Jake Paul. Jake Paul hasn't made me any offers. Some home cooking in Ipswich. Well, I'll say this about the home cooking. Home cooking is never going to stop. It's never going to end. It's just Hooney. I hope he learned a lot from it. And I think he's a good guy. I mean, he was doing a really good job. I mean, it just takes that one time. We got Tiger Johnson coming in at 15-0 with 7 KOs. I think he knew he'd be stripped, but they could bribe Santos to the fight. Santos, gotta love it. You're making $400,000 to do absolutely nothing. That's like going to the office and not have to work and get a payday. I agree. He should have fought him anyway. He's a fighter, and that's what they're trained to do. But I understand getting that easy money. Bro, you can't get any easier than that. Because he gets the purse, and Vaki should have offered him half of his own purse. Well, keep in mind, this is Bob Arum. So you think Bob Arum wanted to give him anything anyway? We gave the bastard already $400,000 for nothing. We're not giving him any fight purse. Hell no. Pass me my weed. Don't forget that Hooney took the fight at short notice. Now, this is true. What's up, Pure from that's Puerto Rico, Boca Chica. When the last time a fight was actually called off? I mean, I don't know. That's a good question, especially when it dealt with that. That meant, well, I don't know. It should have been this way. The fight should have happened because people paid to see Keyshawn Davis fight. But I also think if he missed weight, he had to pay. That's it. Money talks, bullshit runs a marathon. Mm-hmm. Boca Chica, he's reaching way too much, man. Mm-mm. He's going to run into something. I mean, probably sooner than later. When Tiger finds out, okay, this kid's reaching right above. Oh, because he almost got hit with a right. No. Don't expect this fight to last long, Pete. Mm-mm. Wardley versus Wilder would be good. I don't know how exciting it would be, though. I think it would be more of a don't blink type of fight because you got two guys that they're only set to throw one shot. You know, you got two guys with two cannons in their cocks to throw. So I don't know how exciting it would be, you know? Because they're both fast. They can both deliver the right hand quick. Jay's Creeps or Creps. Jay's Creps. Salute, counter, and chat. Counterpunch to you, brother. Welcome. Shame because Santos would have been a good test for Keyshawn. I think they should run it back at some point. You have to think about it. Dos Santos. This guy didn't have to do anything. Got his fight purse. I wouldn't be worried about anything if I was him. That's true. You know, Ryan missed it like by 3 pounds. So you already know that was intentional. He didn't give a shit about making weight. You know? Santos has the build to move up in weight easy. So does Keyshawn. Oh, good jab. Good sniper jab from Tiger Johnson. From TJ. And yeah, Boca Chica, he's like waiting for Johnson to make all the moves. Yeah, he has to take it to Johnson. Any news about Philip Hergovich? None. All I know is he beat Joe Joyce. A good fight, fan-friendly fight. He's back in action. So, you know, he's back in the win column. So, I mean, that's what you should expect. CJ, you messed me up. I was like, when did I send that message? Yeah, CJ for CJ Rich. Well, good body shot from Boca Chica. He needs to go right to the body. And he needs to let go of the ropes. You know what's crazy? These fighters, they'll hold and pretend they're not holding. That shit kills me. Like, oh, I wasn't holding. Not now. Yeah, you were, you twat. You know, you were holding that punch because you didn't want that punch to punch you. You didn't want that arm to hit you. You know. By the way, 8 times out of 10, most fighters grab because they're unsure defensively what to do. So the easier thing to do when you get on the inside and you're inside and you're not sure if that guy can hit you or not, you grab him. You know, what about Philip Vergovic versus Frank Sanchez? I have no idea what happened. You know what? I'm going to reach out to Frank Sanchez and ask him. I'm going to do that tonight. I don't know where he's at, though. Joyce had so many fights in a short time, lost. The 2 to Zhang. Derek Chisora, he lost to Derek Chisora. He won one after the Zhang upsets. I forget who the fighter was. Then he lost to Derek Chisora. Then he lost to Philip Vergovic. So, you know, yeah, poor guy. He's looking like Adam Kalnacki, though, honestly. It's just Kalnacki gets knocked out. Kalnacki gets knocked out. Yeah, that's bad. That's not right. But he's looking like Adam Kalnacki. Adam Kalnacki, man, poor bastard. Until people figured him out, he was a force because he was just an offensive machine that threw caution to the wind like he's been trained by Ben Davison. Roll the dice, innit? Roll the dice, man. Roll the dice. You know, had AJ roll the fucking dice. Yeah. He's confident in that shit. Oh, man. Pac and Bone, Thug Love, and Bone and Biggie for Notorious Thugs. So, what's up, King Kurt? Ready for part 2 of the live stream? I'm like our Canelo Alvarez. I was born ready. Estoy listo para lo que sea. I was born ready. The beauty of the pencil. Big up, Kurt. Salute to the chat. Big up the beauty in the pencil. The beauty of the pencil. Jay's Creps, right? Or is it Creeps? The menacing laugh. Yeah, dude. That. I'll tell you who has a menacing laugh. Frank Bruno. Have you guys heard Frank Bruno laugh? I was like, oh, shit. What haunted house did you escape from? Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is a learning fight. You can tell Cleveland, Mr. Cleveland here, a.k.a. John Tiger Johnson, he has a lot to learn. There's a lot to learn, man. Shit, Boca Chica won a street fight. He fighting like he's fighting like Mayorga. Yeah, chopping Bruno for sure. Oh yeah, he's pissed off. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with that. Look at his trainer. Okay, well, so what happens? Okay, he hits him with a right hand. He steps back. Okay, Boca Chica scores a right hand, and then what? Jab. He misses the left hook. He misses the right hand. Good defense. Good defense by Tiger Johnson. And he said, okay. Jab. And he misses with that left hook. And he jabbed. He misses. He misses the left hook. He misses with a jab. And he misses with a straight right. CJ Rich in the building. Roll the dice. I'm getting punched anyway. CJ Rich with that Cinco in the building. They should call one of those UK cards domestic violence. I don't condone that, the real deal, but it just makes sense. Listen, man. Fabio, though, it's like when you win, you lose. And it's up to Fabio, though. We'll talk in reflections tomorrow about that because, bro, I got these live streams coming, bro. I got them coming. Frank Bruno and Chris Eubanks Sr. can narrate the story of my life. Yeah, they can. Can't they? Skrilla 50. Skrilla 50. It's one of the most adored brothers, siblings in his family. He took everything none for granted. Frank Bruno and Chris Eubank. I love Frank Bruno laugh. That dude just I'm like, oh God. Good right hand. Oh, Boca Chica. Good right hand, bro. Boca Chica. See, here's the thing. Johnson may be more polished. He may have more defensive skills. But Boca Chica, if he just has to learn, hey, he could still win this fight. You know how? Fight him. He has to fight him. When you win, you lose. That reminds me of the movie White Man Can't Jump. You know listen. Bara Elohim. Shout out to Rosie Perez in the building. It did kind of sound stupid when we heard it when you were younger, but now you think about it. No, when you lose, you really win. And then when you win, you really lose. And when you win or lose, you really tie. So it is what it is. Yeah. Now, I had a big crush on Rosa Perez growing up. But it makes sense because in this case, Fabio Wardley, he might have won. He was saved by the power, but he actually lost. He lost because so many people now will want to fight Fabio. Who won't want to fight Fabio now at this point? Yeah, we've seen him break the jaw. We've seen him gain respect from the right hand. Yeah, he is becoming a beige version of Deontay Wilder. But at the same time, people also know, like, bro, you can get knocked out. Sure, you're tough, but you can be hit. You can be hurt. You can run out of gas. You know what I mean? Who wouldn't want to fight someone like that? I mean, anybody with some balls. Keep in mind, you have to want to fight. You have to be a fighter. A lot of these guys are not really fighters, but seriously, sounded like Roy Jones Jr. Man, imagine, this is Roy's take. This is Roy Jones Jr.'s take on Fabio Wardley. I like Wardley. I think he's a good fighter. He kind of elusive, but I think he needs to get it together. I think he needs to stop getting pussy before the fight because I think that's what happened to him. I think he got too much or he let his wad go and he have no energy flow. So that's what happened. When you shoot your wad, I know because I used to do it all the time. I had 2 or 3 women at a time, but I'm Roy Jones. He ain't Roy Jones. I'm Roy Jones. So what ended up happening is, I think what he did was he shot his wad. He got tired. He underestimated Hooney. Hooney came to fight. Hooney showed to show folks that he was from Australia and we ain't having it over in Australia. We kick ass over there. We from down under and he wanted to whoop his ass from up under. That's what he wanted to do. And that's what I tell you. So listen, he need to bring his hands up. Again, he ain't Roy Jones. Everybody trying to be like me. If you want to be like me, he need to study with me. He need to train with me so I can train him. I can show him. I can send him out and chase them chickens. He don't want to chase them chickens. He don't want to fight. But what he doing? He got his ass whooped really, and the right hand saved him. So everybody else is gonna get a piece of that. And they ain't gonna be too lucky too much at that time because these guys know how to punch. These heavyweights, these real guys, not Hooney. Hooney's a baby. So if anybody that ain't a baby that may come in and slay him, maybe, that's what I said because y'all must have forgot this Roy Jones Jr. show. Bars. He said, Wardley's hands were low, not his. No, seriously, man. I mean, everybody is going to want a piece of. Everybody's going to want a piece of him now. They're going to want a piece of him. They're going to want to fight him because they're going to know, look, this dude he doesn't put him up. And then most importantly, you got a trainer that I don't even really think that gave him instruction. Because see, here's my thing. You're either incompetent or you're not informed. That means that if Ben Davison is telling him, hey man, you need to really keep your hands up because Hooney's coming in with the straight jab and the overright, and he's leading with the left hook. You need to keep your hands up. So you want to block that left hook. If Ben Davison did not tell him that, he's the problem. Okay? Because Fabio, like we said, he lacks amateur experience, right? So who the hell is he to know to adjust to certain things to that nature? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like AJ, you have to tell people exactly what you want them to do. Not give them a damn sermon like Teddy Atlas does. Teddy Atlas will be that person. Well, he'll tell you to do things too. But, some people tell you a whole, like a fucking I have a dream speech, but don't tell you how to get it done. I want you to strive until you arrive. I want you to get in there and show me what you made of. I want you to show that you are one of those people that are from Louisiana down south that had misery times. You're like, dude, what do I need to do to help me? What can you do and tell me to help me? I don't want to hear a speech right now. You know what I mean? Yeah. Appreciate you, Bear Shit Elohim. Appreciate you. Donate. Great. Is Roy watching? Roy should be watching. Damn, they do sound like me. Damn, who is he? He from Florida? He from Pensacola in the house? I think he from Pensacola. You from Fernandez Street? You from Cervantes? I grew up on Cervantes. Kind of rough, ain't it? Yeah, I know. Run into Pinecrest. That's actually true. Pinecrest does run into Cervantes. Cervantes is like a bad part of town in Pensacola. I used to live in Pensacola. But School of 50. A million more like an old toad, one good punch, then that's it if he gets an uppercut. Well, you don't want him to be that person. You don't want to see Fabio, he has the power. So let's start there. Fabio has the power. So let's work on helping Fabio, because I think Fabio is a good role model. I think he's articulate. I think he can be someone that you can rally behind, right? But he needs training. I mean, proper training. You don't need that shit that we saw. I don't want to see him get hit like that. Why do you think the Frazier Clark fight was the way it was? Why do you think this dude's nose looked like a meatball? Why? Because he got hit too many times. But what is that from? That's from getting punched. That's from lack of defense, right? Old Toad White. Nassim Richardson said, swim without getting wet. Nassim Richardson. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, shout out to Nassim Richardson, man. Yeah, God bless the dead. I mean, he trained Sugar Shane. He trained Bernard Hopkins. Yeah. Trained a lot of guys, man. He was a good trainer. Unfortunately, he's not there. Oh, dude, that dude. Look. You know what? I don't know what this is. Okay, what the hell is this? How can the ref tell the fighter to calm down? That's what I don't get. That's what I don't understand. That's stupid. Calm down, calmate. What the hell are you talking about, calmate? It's a fight. And then what happened? Look. I'm going to tell you what this is, right? Boca Chica's fighting Tiger Johnson. This guy's from Cleveland. They're in Ohio. That's what you call favoritism right there. Boca Chica came, bit. And then Tiger Johnson grabbed him and wrapped him up. And then the referee was faulting Boca Chica. I'm like, well, why are you faulting Boca Chica? Slow it down. Calmate. What the hell are you talking about? If you met Roy Jones, would you do his impression? Oh, yeah, I would. Absolutely. All right, I want you to do it for me. Since you know how to do it for me. I want to see it. If it ain't funny, I'm going to punch you in your mouth. How about that? That's funny, ain't it? It ain't going to be funny if it ain't funny. You know what I'm saying? So, let me hear it. Let me hear it. Oh, hey, Roy. You know, no, I want to hear it. You know, let me hear it. Man, why you getting close to me, Roy? No, I just want to hear what you got to say. I just want to hear it. You know, people always want to say something. You know, y'all must have forgot. You know, because if it ain't funny, I'm gonna knock your ass out. Balls. Hey, you hear how that work? Huh? You're gonna hear balls pretty soon if it ain't funny. So I want to hear what you got to say. Come on, DeVille. What you gonna see? Come on, let me hear it. Let me hear it. Huh? Let me hear it. Like, Roy, you're a bully. I ain't a bully. I just don't take no shit. You ain't gonna mock me. I'm not mocking. It's an impersonation. There's mocking. Where I'm from, there's mocking. You ain't gonna mock me no more. Guys, oh, good body punching from Boca Chica. And let him go, bro. And it's the thing is, and I notice about Tiger though. Tiger clams up when Boca Chica opens up. So it's 6-10. This is a 10-rounder. So this is a learning fight for both fighters. It should be. You know what I mean? You're gonna drop bars and put Roy Jones behind bar. No, well, I mean, I would if he really. First of all, I like Roy Jones would be one of those guys I would like to hang around. Me personally, like as a role model. You know what I mean? Him. Vladimir Klitschko, I would like to hang around Vlad and just kind of, you know, I would like to hang around Vlad for about a month, you know, like work out, do the things that he does, his regimen. Like, how is it like to live and hang out with Vlad? Not just hang out and drink and none of that dumb shit. No, I want to know what it's like professionally to be Vladimir Klitschko or Roy Jones. Mike Tyson, you know, nah, because Mike smokes too much weed. I can't smoke weed. Well, I don't smoke weed. Let's put it that way. But who else? Tyson Fury, if you wanted to hang around and drink, that's probably what you would do. Oh, yeah. That's probably what you would do. Come on, Kurt DeVille. You've been making videos about me, huh? Have a drink. But no, man. Roy, but so Roy is like I look at Roy like a role model. So the idea of the idea of me fighting Roy or Roy punching me, I wouldn't want to do nothing to piss him off like that. But I would do the impression. You know, I hope he would like it. You know what I mean? No. Tyson gonna drop M-bombs though, according to you. Yeah, I would. I mean, see, and here's the thing about I think about Tyson though. Tyson, you don't know what Tyson you're gonna get. You might piss Tyson off on a wild whim. What do you mean by that? What do you mean? What do you mean? You just say you just say you people. What do you mean you people? What do you mean you people? So you saying you people? What are you talking about? Usyk training would be similar to Vlad's, I reckon. No, those guys, and I heard like Dave Allen said they train different. Vlad trains more of a kind of that may be the age, like kind of like comfortably, like he does like comfortable exercises, you know, repetitious, but it's less strenuous. Whereas Usyk, you know, Usyk does certain things, you know, that is off the charts, like that Papachenko, him and Lomachenko type shit, all those juggles and different mind exercises and stuff like that. You know, this is one thing I don't like about Boca Chica. Boca Chica, he needs to stop showboating. That's not going to help you win fights. It's not at all. That's just wasted energy you're doing. I like your Emmanuel Stewart impression. You gotta fight this motherfucker, man. You can't let him sit up there all this up and down shit. Fight him. You got 3 minutes. He's talking to Vlad one time, man. You guys have to watch this. I don't know if you guys seen it. You have to watch when boxing trainers lose control. Bro, it is hilarious. You have like Norman Stone. If you guys don't know who Norman Stone is, he's an absolute loon. He is off the chain. He was the trainer of John the Quiet Man Ruiz. someone that boisterous, someone that high strung. Man, Norman Stone, they've kicked him out of the ring. Bro, it's crazy. It is crazy. You have to see that. Kurt, if you were AJ, how would you avoid Usyk coming at you on your left side circling? I noticed that left side is where our heart is, making it probably our weak side. Well, the thing about AJ, first of all, you can't worry about that with Usyk. He's going to hit you there. The whole thing is where you hit Usyk at. You got to hit Usyk. I mean, what's the deal with it? Are these dudes pissed at each other? Like, I don't know what's going on with them. But no, I think that I think in any case, you have to fight Usyk. You have to fight him. You have to have plenty of stamina, and you have to fight Usyk. If you don't and can't fight Usyk, you're gonna lose because you can't outbox him. That's out of the question. You can forget about that. Hell yeah, CJ Rich. Yeah. You got to fight him. We're firemen. What do firemen do? Awesome fight, the fire. Yeah, old Teddy Atlas, man. That's, and you know what? That's one high-strung dude you don't really want to piss off because he may be about 68. He may be 70 years old now. Run up on Teddy Atlas if you want to, and you think it's a game. Run up on Teddy Atlas if you want to. What's going to happen? You're going to get pieced up because he's going to hit you 4 times before you realize what's going on, before you realize that you said something that pissed Teddy off. Teddy's going to beat you up at 70. Teddy Atlas is going to beat you up at 70 years old, and it's going to be embarrassing. If people have phones, they're going to get that shit. They're going to show Teddy Atlas beating the shit out of somebody. It's going to go viral. Just leave Teddy be. Don't piss Teddy off. I remember Teddy Atlas, bro. He was on that video too. When boxing trainers lose control. Because he was shoving George Foreman. I'm like, dude, what the hell is wrong with you? He was pissed off. He was shoving. And I don't know why he was doing that. I really don't know what that was about, but he was shoving him.
Catch on to it. While Foreman moved the public.
Look at this. Look at this.
I knew what Teddy told me. Like, he's a big con. And I just look at him like, go get me a sandwich and sit down. You're so fake.
Yeah,
catch
look at this.
While Foreman moved the public, Moorer lost patience with his antics. I knew what Teddy told me.
Look at him shoving him and shit.
He's a big con. And I just look at him like, go get me a sandwich and sit down. So
you know, that just shows you though that Teddy Atlas is kind of crazy, isn't he? He's shoving big ass George like that. George could have got him, And I'm not saying Teddy's like he's out of his weight class. He pulled a gun on Tyson though. Tiger Johnson's trainer is getting pissed off. I don't see what this. I don't understand the energy behind this fight. I don't understand it. Like Boca Chica will come out sometimes. Yeah, fight this dude. Fight him. There you go. Left hook lands for Tiger Johnson. He has to fight this kid. Fight him. Fight him. And they're doing a lot of talking. Like, what's the talking about? You know what I mean? Like what is this? What is this type of fight? What is it? What's the deal? Do they know each other or something? I don't know what this is. This is probably one of them fights. I'm interested to see it over because I'm interested to see the true energy behind the fight. Look, that dude is getting pissed. That trainer's getting pissed off. He's getting pissed. Let me see. Bro, he's pissed. Dude, he was there. He was like, dude, you can't get him to right. You let him with the left hook. I'm like, damn. This is crazy. Ooh, good right hand from Boca Chica. Good left hook lands. Go get him. It's like to me, Johnson is like fighting in spots and he doesn't need to. I don't think he needs to fight in spots. I don't think he needs to do any of that shit. I think he needs to take it to Boca Chica. Take it to him. Look at her. Uppercut. Go. Yeah, he got that Adrian Broner shit going. Adrian Broner, after he got his ass whooped by Maidana, he just didn't really want to kind of let his hands go. He kind of let them go in spots and was kind of unsure, like he's just gun shy or something. Go get him, bro. Get him, get him out of there. And if I'm his trainer, I'll be pissed too, because it's not like Boca Chica's giving him anything. He's leaving his guard wide open. He's showboating most of the time. Look, and he's saying, go. Look, that ref, look. Yeah, I don't know what's up with Tiger. Tiger, he's he showed something else. Maidana beat the act right into Broner. And you know something? Boca Chica's doing that because he knows Tiger's afraid. Tiger has some kind of apprehensiveness. I don't know what it is. But Boca Chica knows that Tiger ain't about that life. That's the problem. Maybe they met at the Olympics or something like that. Let him go. Like, dude, fight, dude. Sometimes in a fight like this, you have to make sure I know what Boca Chica is trying to do, but the thing is, you can't let Boca Chica do it. You don't have to stop every time because you're worried about Boca Chica throwing punches. Boca Chica's throwing those type of punches because he wants Johnson to open up. Smooth wheel in the building. What's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Let's see this.
If he don't want to let his hands go, Boca Chica gonna sit on the outside and he's just gonna take his time. He's gonna rest. But the minute you start working your hands against him, you see Boca Chica come alive. Very deceptive fighter in Boca Chica.
And Boca Chica's timing's all the way off. The punches that he's supposed to land, he's missing. Boxing needs better cameraman. Sometimes we don't really see the fight angles or too zoomed in. Yeah, they can cover it. I think, ESPN did like this 360 view once upon a time. I remember when Lomachenko used to fight, they had that 360 view. Yeah, this is learning though. He has to learn this type of fight. But yeah, there would be no way I would let this kid walk me down like that without punching. He's letting Boca Chica come to him. This dude comes to me with his hands down. Bow, bow. I'm going to catch him twice. Ajagba has to fight Triple D at some point, and it could be called the Robot War. Ajagba boxes like a robot, and Triple D talks like a robot. That, to be fair, Ajagba actually got a lot better. He got a lot more fluid, with his punches. Get him. Go get him. Don't let him hold. You step back. This is what I don't understand about fighters, bro. Step back. If he's trying to come in to hold, that partnership bromance shit gets me. This is messed up. I really wanted to see Keyshawn, and he pulled this crap. Do you believe this will hurt how the boxing movers and shakers see him now? Of course. He's supposed to have been the baddest man on the hill. Now he purposely didn't make weight. To do what? To avoid what? Martin McCauley should become a ventriloquist after he retires with his voice. 20 seconds left. And this is one of those shitty fights to judge. Go get him, bro. What's all that? Get him. Go. Yeah, something's wrong with Johnson, bro. Fight this motherfucker already. This is getting stupid. He's like he's afraid. What are you afraid of? Yeah. This is a bullshit fight. This is a bullshit. They shouldn't even televise this shit. Bullshit fight. Like he was afraid to let his hands go or something. Withhold the prize money. Something, bro. Landed 71 for Boca Chica. Tiger Johnson landed 100. Thrown 307 for Tiger Johnson. Janelson Boca Chica. Thrown 336. Yeah, that was a bullshit fight. He's 17-3. Oh, well. Now he's 4. Let me see how long it takes. Box rec. Coming up 10 Eastern on ESPN. Okay. So we have 11 minutes. Who is the Diddy of the boxing world? I don't think there's a such thing. I don't think you want to know that. Yeah. Kurt displaying more violence against the pizza than the dudes in the ring. True. Kurt, do you think Tank can beat Roach? It's either he does or he don't. See, with Tank, we'll see if he just over or underestimated a guy. Man, dude, I haven't had a Coke in like 3 weeks. But I love Coke with pizza, you know what I mean? Good combination there. I know who the magician of this channel is. Who's that? I still think Tank is more talented. Well, talented or not, you know, I always will think Roy Jones is more talented than Antonio Tarver will. But who won the saga? Antonio Tarver did. So, yeah, I don't think that matters. I think, you know, if Lamont Roach has Tank's number, it's going to show. And we're going to see more than likely more of the same unless Tank can make adjustments. See, he has a draw. I love it, man, because all of these guys are getting it. Everybody's getting their ass whooped. Ryan got his ass whooped. Devin Haney won but lost. You know what I'm saying? Fabio Wardley showed that he is he can be touched beyond belief. So I mean, he really is showing people how to beat him, basically. If he doesn't get help. AJ got his ass whooped by Daniel Dubois, which was cringeworthy. Daniel Dubois ducked Joseph Parker, so that was kind of like he lost. You know what I'm saying? Then he has to fight Alexander Usyk next month. So it's like, okay, wait a minute now. Let's see what's really going on here. Everybody's getting it. I gotta have Pepsi with my pizza. No, I feel you, man. I like that cherry kind, but that shit, bro, it'll add to you. That's why I have thin crust. Because I was almost talked into getting Papa John's, and I'm like, nah, I don't want Papa John's. Because Papa John's is good, and I love the taste. It's just I can't stop eating this shit. It's like, it's good. Now I'll be around here looking like Homer Simpson. Look down at your stomach. Don't. Me when I kick people out. So will De Los Santos still get paid for that fight? Yeah, he's getting $400,000. Oh, Isaac, he's getting $400,000 for absolutely positively nothing, just to show up. Shit, I wish I had $400,000 right now. That would be dope. I usually drink Mountain Dew still, but I'm weaning off of the sweet tea, and that's how I am with Domino's or Pizza Hut. I can just eat whole pizzas with cheesy bread. Damn. How much of the 400 does Uncle Sam take, though? I'm not sure, because Dos Santos is from he's from Dominican Republic, right? Edwin Dos Santos, aka Ghosts. Let's take a look. Let's see. He's October 7th, 1999. Damn. Yeah, the dude, he's Dominican, man. He's Dominican. So I don't know how the rules are. I don't know how it goes. Oh, he's getting $500K? Well, damn. He's getting $500,000 to do absolutely nothing. Hey, let's ask Google. If you make $500,000 in the US, how much does tax take? All right. To estimate the tax burden on $500,000 income in the U.S., you will need to consider federal income tax, payroll taxes, Social Security, and Medicare. Okay, so the U.S. employs a progressive tax system where different portions of income are taxed and increasing rates. Yeah, he looked a lot bigger, bro. He was just towering over. It's a good thing. File single. Tax brackets range from 10% to 37% of income over 600,000, and income of 500,000 falls within the 35% bracket for a significant portion. Considering a standard deduction, the estimated federal tax liability for a single filer could be around 140,000 to 145,000, which an effective rate around 32% in 2023. Well, yeah, so he'll pay around 140 grand. So if he's getting 500,000, that's still a nice chunk of money to do absolutely nothing. Scott McMillan. Eddie Hearn is the Diddy of the boxing world. Look, look at Skrilla 50. Hey, Scott, guess what? I know what that means. Uh-oh. Oh, man, that's funny. Hey, Scott. Oh, man. Okay, we got 3 minutes to showdown, peoples. 3 minutes to showdown. Abdullah Mason versus Jeremia Nakathila in the building. If he's an atheist, he should get those "In God We Trust" bills. He should give it to us. Yep, that's right. Give it to us. You know, it's crazy. Like the counterfeit money on set, it says "In Dog We Trust," in DOG. It doesn't say JOD. It says DOG. They change it around. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah. Freaking Hollywood here. Freaking Hollywood. That's what makes the magician of this channel. Tory Johnson. No, it's Martin McCauley is the Diddy of boxing. You know, people forget about that, actually forget about that issue that McCauley had. And, you know, he was trying to say, like, nah, I'm against it and stuff like that. Bro, if you're against it, you went about that all wrong. People don't talk about that after he beat the shit out of Jared Anderson, right? They don't think about that at all. Yeah, they forgot about that shit quick. Yeah, man, you know something? I saw a movie, not last night, night before last, called The Sound of Freedom, bro, with Jim Caviezel, produced by Mel Gibson. Very good movie, man. It just shows you, like, you know, like these, you know, like people would snatch up kids and then sell them into like that market. You know what I mean? They're tossed around everywhere. Sad, man. What are on about Tory Johnson? McCauley has no footwork. Usyk would have him gasping for air after 2 rounds. Usyk would know how to fight him. I feel. I mean, I still think he would get touched here and there, but I think, you know, because I'm like this. Usyk, I think Usyk is a guy that a lot of people are hoping. This is the thing about Alexander Usyk. People are hoping that he's going to get old overnight. So that the younger fighter, the younger fighter, Danny Dubois, he can slow down just enough for Daniel to get him. For Daniel, you know, he wants, a lot of people want that so bad. You know, they want history to repeat itself. I get it. I understand what people are doing. You're not fooling me with that shit. You've been doing any work lately? If so, can you say what movie? My last biggest show was a show. I can't tell you what it is just yet. I know it's on Netflix, but I can't tell you what it is until it comes out. I just can't. I mean, because the wrong person sees it, and then, you know. But I'll tell you when the time is right. So, but I can tell you I'm going to start on 1923 Paramount Plus. Hopefully, what's the day? The 7th. So next month. So a lot of people don't understand, like, you know, I don't work like normal people. You know, they're like, man, when was the last time you worked? January? Like, January? How do you live, motherfucker? You know? Great movie. There was a lot of hate when that movie came out because people don't know how real the trafficking situation is. Yeah, I mean, they should know. You know, understand, and this is what you need to really understand about that scenario, that situation. In most cases, if your kid gets kidnapped, do you think your kid, like, this ain't 50 years ago, 40 years ago, okay? Most people that, like, a lot of times in situations, acute situations, like very rare situations where you'll see a child that gets snatched that's 6 or 7 years old. They'll get snatched and kidnapped. It's very, very rarely that those people that snatch those children will actually take them home and raise them as their own. That's a very rare case. Like, and then that's cases when they had a kid and or you know what I mean, they get infatuated or whatever, and that's somebody that they've seen, that they've taken liking to. Whereas most of the time, it's that bullshit. It's that shit. It's, I'm taking your kid so I can sell your child into slavery. That, you know, that's the reality of it. That's why I would always want someone to have like a phone that's on. You know what I mean? So you'll know, okay, where is this child going? It was a case, a great case of a child got kidnapped and the phone was on and they found out where she was at because of the damn phone. She had the phone on and they tracked the phone and they got the mother sucker. Yeah. I have a feeling Dubois' game plan will be to throw low blows on Usyk. Well, this is going to be in Wembley, right? So in Wembley, this is what you need to worry about if you're Team Usyk. Will you get the same type of fairness in Poland, or should I say in England, as you were in Poland? Will you get that same kind of treatment? Will it be a situation where someone hits you low and they don't see it? They turn a blind eye to it. Will it be one of those situations? You know, Mel Gibson had me with that movie, Apocalypse something in South Africa. Oh, Apocalypto. Yeah, Apocalypto was off the chain. Yeah, Apocalypto was off the chain, bro. Kurt, it's either for slave or body organs. Remember the CIA case arresting rabbis in New Jersey. You know what, that is also true. I mean, but that's normally, though, you know, they do that to grown people, grown organs, you know. Find somebody where you go, oh, you know, bucket eyes, oh. Them cats and snatched your kidney out. Yeah, crazy. The British janitor will prevail. Damn. I am sweep. I am very sweep. I sweep British for fun. Nah. Yeah, but man, Usyk. We'll see what Usyk does. I mean, like the way the dude fights. I mean, you got to respect it, And I think what people and here's the sad part. People don't really respect retirement unless you go out on a high. And you know why I say that is because you look at Keyshawn Davis. He's there. Keyshawn Davis is right there. And it's crazy because it's like this. Wait, what is that? But anyway, like I was saying, it's crazy because, look at Lomachenko. Lomachenko got out of the game, and he ain't fought in a year. Because he ain't fought in a year, people kind of forgot about him. Because they forgot about him, it ain't really a big deal, is it? That's crazy. All the shit that Lomachenko did from 126 to 130 to 135 for 3 different weight classes. Then he did it in his third pro fight. He became a champion. And those type of things. I think he was robbed his second fight, to be fair. But you know what I mean? Like the things that he did, he made 4 people back-to-back quit. I mean, guys, Nicholas Walters, Guillermo Rigondeaux, guys he made them quit because they were frustrated. They could not figure out the matrix. And now we're looking at it like it ain't no big deal. Danielle will stop Usyk this time. Gang 1, counterpunch to you. Every time I see Forrest Whitaker in, I'm like Kurt doing his double. Nah, but Forrest was just amazing in the show Ander. Forrest Whitaker, man, real cool cat, man. Real cool cat. And see what people don't understand, I started doubling him in 10 years ago. I met him in 2012. And I met him in 2012. Cool cat then. Never thought that I would be doubling him because he had a prosthetic fro and all this stuff and this, that, and the other. But Kelvin Davis, old brother of Keyshawn Davis. Okay, cool. Former WBO lightweight world champ, 15-0 with 8 KOs. Okay. So, but no, I mean, he was cool then. It's crazy. Like in 2015, I had just, because I was going back and forth to Brazil. So when I found out that I got the work for, because I got my CDLs. So when I got my CDLs, I went back to Brazil. And then I found I had to come right back because I found out that, hey, you got this work on Roots. And so when I got back to New Orleans, they were like, hey, Roots, we have not Forrest Whitaker, but Lawrence Fishburne. Lawrence Fishburne was like, yeah, need a double for Lawrence Fishburne. The only problem was Lawrence Fishburne didn't do any action. He didn't do anything. He was just a narrator. So they didn't need anything. So I'm like, damn. Well, that's it for that. I thought I was going to be doubling Fishburne. So that didn't happen. So we worked a couple days, did some fighting, all that stuff, got killed. And it was like, we got shot down. And I'm like, okay, that's it then. So someone, I can't remember who it was, but they were like, hey, how tall are you? How this and that, and they were like, would you like to double Forrest Whitaker? I'm like, yeah, why not? So I ended up doubling Forrest Whitaker. So that's when it started, and then it continued because after that, we became cool and he was a good guy and all that stuff. And then they called me again and they called me again. So, Black Panther was the biggest though. That was the biggest show that I doubled someone in, I believe. Yeah. Is Triple D working as a crossing guard? That's the only way Triple D is stopping Usyk. Ouch. Forrest's normal voice is so different from his acting voice. Fishburne was asked, "What's the difference between a black man and?" He said, "That movie had me going." I don't remember what movie that was. No, but it was fun stuff though. Deep cover. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Yeah, deep covers. Smooth Will coming in. What's the deal? Counterpunch to you, sir. That's crazy because The Godfather of Harlem, Black Panther, Roots, like they needed another Roots, but Roots, right? So yeah, cool cat though. But yeah, by that time though, 10 years ago, he was starting to lose weight and he was a lot slimmer than he was when he was younger. He was a big dude, big boy. But as he got older, he slimmed down. So it was just left the height. And yeah, we are the same height. No doubt about it. And I was like, damn, actually, the way, his build now, well, now he's a bit older now. So if he was 55 in 2015, he's probably 65 now, which is crazy because time is just flying on by, man. It's just really flying on by. Forrest Whitaker started out on the movie Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I remember him in Bloodsport. Remember he was a federal agent with the low eye? Yeah. That nobody liked him. He was like the bad cop. The other guy was a good cop. He was the bad agent, good agent. Well, yeah, he's 63. So 10 years ago, he was just 53. It's crazy. That actor who played Shaka Zulu had nothing to say. Kelvin Davis versus Nahir Albright. Okay. Kelvin Davis, age 28, 15-0, 8 KOs, height 6'1", weight 140 pounds, reach 74. Thanks for having me, Kurt. Let me jump all out now. Keep up the incredible work. Peace. The beauty of the pencil. Appreciate your brother. Counterpunch to you. See you on the next one, sir. Here we go. Time is weird. It's crazy how they made the show Ander as a prequel to a movie a decade old, and all the actors look the same age. I never seen it. What was the movie? Kurt, a disgusting video from years ago. I just can't across with the late Sherman Hensley and Howard Stern. Stern was in blackface. Did you ever see that video? Nope, never did. Star Wars. I don't like all this damn holding, bro. Y'all stop that shit. Let's go. Rogue One, the movie itself, was a prequel to the first 77 Star Wars movie. I never got into Star Wars, but the show made me a fan as it grounded. When you get a chance, pull up that video on YouTube. You probably will never think of Hemsley the same again. Sherman Hemsley? I mean the Jeffersons? Hmm. Hmm. Got some pizza over there.
I'm so sorry. Don't be like
Good jab by Mr. Davis. You know, that's what happens though when you're 6'1" and you're 140 pounds. You're gonna run into guys that are shorter that actually probably needs to be in the weight class, and so you're gonna see a lot of those moments where you see how he comes in, he misses the target, but what happens? Davis grabs him. That's what happens. Davis grabs him. So it is what it is. You see how he wraps him up? Because he doesn't want him to work on the inside. I hate fights like this. You got a guy 7 foot tall fighting a guy that's 5'7". And then what happens is the guy at 5'7", he has to fight to get in, and then he's a southpaw. There are different stances. Oh, God, This is going to be a nasty ass fight. Somebody please knock each other out. Do us a favor, because this is not the fight that you really want to see. Because look, that referee is going to have trouble all night long. And you may expect a clash of heads pretty soon. So there you go. And Abdullah Mason, number 2 in the WBO lightweight contender. All right. And see, here's the thing. Davis, he wants him to stay back so he can pick him apart. He wants to snipe him from the outside. Damn, man, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're muted. Yeah, your sound is out. No. I hit it. I hit the mute because I was talking. But no, bro, he's hurt. It's crazy. He got caught. And look, normally the referees would do something. Yeah, another Fondora. He got caught. Yeah, he didn't like that. He got caught with that right hand. And then see, here's the thing. If you 6'1", bro, if you 6'1", he should have moved to at least 147. Look, he got caught with that right hand. That right hand, it landed, but it didn't land like you thought it should land for him to have that type of reaction. Think about it. Oh, good right hand. Oh, yeah. The whole family's scared now. Yep. You got to take advantage, man. You know? But we know what look, he wants to jump back in there and make himself known. This is 3 of 10. You got 7 rounds to go. Oh, good left hook from Albright. Please don't go out of the ring. Please don't go out of the ring. He's shooting that backhand. Albright comes in with a right. He misses. Davis wraps him up. That's the type of fight you're going to expect to have because he doesn't want to go toe-to-toe. He doesn't want to get on the inside. And look, he's leaning on his back. Yeah, Davis, bro, he's holding on for dear life, man. He is holding. Okay. All right, that ref. And see, here's the thing. I mean, this is the 3rd round, and I've seen more clinches in the last 3 rounds than I've seen all damn day. And see what it is. Davis is holding because he doesn't want to get hit. Because the last time he tried to, he got caught. He got he got rocked. Oh, good right hand, dude. Yeah, this is a shitty fight. Let him go, bro. Let them go, please. Davis looks way too big for 140. He is. He's gonna get knocked out messing around up there, man.
Where the hell did all this money come from?
Davis versus Fondura, the praying mantis battle. Make it happen. Davis with some more muscle would look nice at 147. Yeah, that's ridiculous, bro. You don't. There's no reason that ref should let that. I don't care, bro. I know he's a hometown dude, but there's no reason for that. He's just holding. Look, that's all he's doing. This is sad. What kind of fucking fight is this? Like this is the type of fight that makes me like, oh, stop all that holding, bro. Stop holding. Do a good straight left from Davis, though. And he's starting to get his rhythm. Because they're like, oh, God, I think he's getting tired. But what wears your ass out is somebody grabbing you and holding you for 5 to 10 seconds. Somebody grabs you and holds you for that long at that pace. Look at that. He's grabbing him again. Anytime he comes on the inside, he's going to grab. And the ref's not going to say shit because the ref knows that that's the guy. That's one of the hometown boys. So he knows that. Although Caballero, little light Hooney, lost earlier, he put on a good performance. He did. Caballero light. Yeah, he is a little light Caballero, bro. And look how he's holding like that. And it's like, well, why in the hell? And here's the thing. And he's bringing those scuds out. Oh, good right hand. Good right hand for Albright. Get him. Get him. Take him out. I'm sick of this dude holding. I am getting right hand. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. I'm ready for this dude. This dude is pissing me off because I know he doesn't belong in the weight class. He's too damn big for 140. I don't care if you can make the weight, bro. If you're 6'1", come on. No. Every time he gets caught, pow! Oh, he gets rocked. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Nah. Fundora's a lot taller and Fundora's a lot bigger. Facts. And see, that's why he's so adamant to hold, because he knows if this guy catches him with something and he's too far away, you know, he may get caught with a shot that he can't anticipate or he can't control. Shit, if he gets caught with a shot and then all he needs is really 2 or 3 good shots, his ass is going down, bro. Boom! He waited right for him to pop! Oh, yeah. Pop! He caught him, and look, the whole thing. I love these upsets, bro. I love these upsets. But I don't see how the fucking ref can't see that. You know what I mean? That just shows you the blatant the favoritism in this shit. It just stinks. It stinks. It stinks, bro. Look at this. Let him go. And then he wants to push his hand back. And he's worried about his head. Like, bro, his head, he's been holding the whole fight. And see, if I'm in the corner of Albright, if I'm Team Albright, I would be telling that ref, what the fuck are you looking at? You do not see this dude grabs every exchange he holds to stay out of the way. As much as I hate to admit it, Crispy Bacon Miller would have beat Wall. Hell yeah, he would have beat him. He would have walked him down and beat the shit out of him. Because if Wardley's punch couldn't hurt or knock out Jarrell Miller would have. He would have beat him up. That fight, it's a good thing that fight didn't happen, because then Jarrell Miller would be the WBA #1. Crazy. And he holds on, and the ref does nothing, bro. That ref would piss me off, bro. Yeah, that ref, get this guy, knock this guy out, bro. He needs to go to 147 or 154. And he may not even have the structure to do that, because if good right hand. Look, he tries to go in and grab. The ref says nothing. The ref says nothing at all. Dude, I don't see how, and the crazy thing is, this, all right, let's see. Wilder would shatter his hand knocking out Wardley. Yeah, he would knock him out. He would beat Wardley too, because see what Wilder does. Wilder's better at the punch, at the delivery. He's done it too many times. He'll hit Fabio, or Fabio will hit him. That's the thing. I mean, it's, you know, more boxers need that Loma backwards movement to avoid being grabbed and countered. Well, I mean, even Loma is a guy that shows you how shitty it is to grab based on what you should know to do besides grab. If you got to grab every time you get in an exchange, that means you missed something in the training of boxing. You've missed something here. You've missed something here. I'm in love with that ring girl. Yeah, man. We don't get enough of that attention, do we? You got to be live to, you know. Oh, good right hand. Get him. Get him. Get him. I don't see how that ref. I don't. This is crazy. Kerr, who wins? Hooney versus Dillian White now. I'm not sure. You know, I'm not sure. Because here's the thing. Can White still punch? And that's the thing. I don't even know if White still has it, man. The way his punches were landing against Ebenezer, it was almost like he was going to war with him. It was almost like he was half the man that he used to be. Like half that. It's like he didn't have the fraction of the power. See, yeah, this fight here is, looking at this shit makes me cringe. But I'm not sure, Jack's man. Jeremia Nakathila. Yeah, Nakathila, yeah, he's like, the way he's punching looks like he's old. He looks old. He's not even really punching the bag, the mitts. He's just kind of. Dude, I would have slung his ass somewhere, bro. If he would have tried that with me, I would have slung his ass. The shit he's doing, and he's and the ref is allowing him to do. He thinks it's perfectly fine. If he goes somewhere when you get with a Tony Weeks or somebody like that, and it's like, look, hey, I'm tired of that shit, man. Stop holding, stop grabbing every time. Look what he's doing. He can't fight on the inside, so he holds. Bro, move or something. I don't know. He's got a Japanese name. Good right hand. Good right hand. Oh, good jab. Look, he's holding on for fucking dear life, bro. That's crazy. Beat this dude's ass. Because, I mean, look, and here's the thing. Get him. Get him. Yeah, that was behind the head punch. Hooney would beat the donkey piss out of White. Yeah, I don't even know if he has the punching power to even, like, White. I don't know, man. Dillian, I mean, I know what Dillian used to be. I know what a lot of fighters used to be. Kurt, Fabio Wardley versus Jermaine Franklin next would be interesting. Yeah, it would. And you know something? That would be actually a pretty good damn fight because I don't see Jermaine Franklin going anywhere. You know what I mean? Just Hooney, his chin ain't been tested. So it's either he has a, not so durable chin, or Fabio Wardley hits a lot harder than we think he does. He's already broke jaws. So, I mean, I want to believe he just hits hard. But he's not beating anybody in the top 10, bro, unless he catches him with that right. So it is what it is. Franklin beats Wardley. He might beat Wardley. I don't know what he told him, but I hope it's something like, hey, dude, stop holding. You're holding a lot. This is round 7, and you've been doing this shit at least 12 to 15 times per round. This shit's crazy. If I was Albright, bro, I'd come in with my head. Bow! Hold that, you cocksucker. Davis batters got basketball body builds. Davis's brothers. Yeah, they do. And he's basic as shit. He's like how did he get 16-0? Because it's crazy. I mean, you didn't see that behind the head punch, ref? Fuck. That's what gets me though. It's like a 1-2. Look, look how he hold. Look how he's holding him. Look how he's holding him, bro. He's all over this dude. Dude, go fucking join MMA. Go to UFC. Call Dana White, bro. Call Dana White. That's what he needs to do. Call Dana White. Look at this. Look at this dude, man. Uh-oh. There you go. Thank you. Stop holding, bro. There you go. Stop holding. And he holds again. And he holds again. Left uppercut. Stop holding. Take a point away. He clipped him with a left hook. Come on. I mean, he's not going to stop from holding. But look, here's the thing. When he lands that right hand, he can't come in. Once he comes in, he's going to get grabbed by the praying mantis. That's exactly what he is, the praying mantis. Good right hand. This. Kurt, what about Fabio Wardley versus Efe Ajagba? Efe Ajagba mops Fabio Wardley, bro. He knocks out Fabio. He will knock out Fabio Wardley because he has the punching power to do it. No. Right hands for right hand? No, bro. Efe Ajagba fighting Fabio Wardley? No. That's going to be a highlight reel for Efe Ajagba. Bow! He's going to get knocked out, bro. I think headbutt cut Albright. Yeah, he did. All that headbutting and grabbing and shit. That ain't came from punches. That came from, the opposite clash of heads from the opposite stance. That's what that comes from. Meanwhile, this juggler here is holding. I don't know what the hell they're teaching this guy. He's just, yeah. Nah. If Wardley has me admitting that that Milker can win a fight, then Wardley has absolutely no hope. I'm sorry. You mean Miller? Yeah. 8 of 10 people. I want to know what they're telling Albright, because that's what I want to know. What the hell are they telling Albright? What are they telling them? Oh, good right hand. Good right hand. Left hook hands. I think Davis got in a straight left, though, in that exchange, to be fair. But look, you gotta understand, he's done 7 rounds of this shit. So that has to take a lot of your energy away, bro. Getting held like that for a long time. This dude ain't fighting, he's spooning. This dude is spooning. Bomac telling Davis to double jab and left hook. Right hand. Right hand. Let's see. Michael Hunter would be a good body. Justice. Look at him holding. Let him go. Dude, take a point from him. What are you doing? Look, why is this, bro? Oh, this is pissing me off. Like Davis with this bullshit. David, look, he ain't gonna last. I don't know what is Albright's record? Let's see. If anybody watched NBA, tell me Albright doesn't look like Buddy Hield. And see, Albright's tired now. He's tired as shit. All that grabbing and holding and MMAing and spooning and all that garbage. He's lost to Jermaine Ortiz and he's lost to Anthony Loreno. Okay. Albright looking to touch instead of land power shots, which is a good move. Well, I mean, the moment he comes in, the ref says, oh, you're holding, but he's not doing anything about it. I think he's making himself feel better because he doesn't really supposed to, quote unquote, you know? No, but I can't stand someone that holds like that. You know who did that shit all the time, and I couldn't stand it, motherfucker. What was his name? Hector Macho Camacho. Hector Macho Camacho held so much that he held to the point where, bro, what are you holding for? Are you holding? What is that? What you saw? He did it like you're supposed to do it. Like that was a part of the craft. You know what I mean? If holding was the game, he was doing a good job. Kurt, what channel is the fight on, Kurt? Michael Fuller. It is on ESPN Plus. Davis looked hella defeated in the corner. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's going to win a decision. He's not going to lose to Albright. He's not going to lose to Albright. He's not going to. Good left hook. Good left hook. 9 out of 10. Okay. Another good left hook. Knock him out. Get him. Got right hand. Left hook. Come on. Come on. Knock this boy out. Send his ass to 147. Make him know that he doesn't belong here. Look at all that holding. Still holding. I think Sanchez would box circles around Woodley. Sanchez would knock out Woodley. He would knock him out. He would catch him. Yeah. It would be a good fight though. But he like guys like that, you're gonna stay away from. You know. Let's see. Real Andy Hernandez. Who's winning? I don't know. I mean, the fight is so it's a shitty fight to score because you got a lot of holding, a lot of grappling. The ref is doing fucking nothing. He's doing nothing. He's just sitting there and he's trying to separate them. And it's like, okay, why? What's the point of all that holding? Why are you doing all that holding? You know, it's crazy. Michael Fuller. It's on ESPN Plus. It's on ESPN. Top rank, ESPN. And I'm like this, bro. I would be like, dude, stop fucking holding me. Why aren't you telling them? Like, I would be talking shit, bro. I mean, and here's the thing. You have to be vocal when somebody is not, like, that ref is not doing anything. He's not going to deduct points because he knows he's there for the Davises. He's that, look at that elbow. He does nothing for the elbow. Look at this fucking fight. Look at, people are out there like, dude, what the hell is this shit? What is this bullshit? They're not even looking at this shit now. Look at this. What is all this holding, bro? I would have lost my shit fucking with this dude. I mean, you know what I mean? If I was a corner, like, look at this fight. This fight is, look, that's a behind the head shot. Look at that ref. Look at that ref. That dude, this is, let him go. Go, go, go. Punch, you son of a bitch. What a, Fabio Wally versus Arslanbek Markmanov would be interesting. That would be great. I watched some of the PBC boxing matches. I enjoyed some of them, like Manny Pacquiao versus Thurman and David. Albright low-key looks like he's winning, but though they're going to give it to Davis. Hell yeah, they're going to give it to Davis. That's why it was kind of hard. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if, you know, Wardley would beat Markmanov. I don't know. Markmanov did get knocked out by Guido, didn't he? Guido knocked him out. Davis by split decision. Yeah, this fight, bro, it's the shittiest. So you got one more round of this fight, and this is, I guess this is what's carrying the card. A shitty fight like this. Like, dude, what the hell? The media has been saying that this fight was canceled since yesterday. This fight is canceled. This is his brother, 6'1". He doesn't know how to fight, so he's holding, and he doesn't have any inside control, so he holds. He's like Klitschko. Now, you guys remember how Klitschko's were. Klitschko's were, no, left hook lands. Knock his ass out. Knock him out. Knock him out. Knock him out. Knock him out, bro. Please knock this dude out. Knock this fucking guy out. Knock him spark out. Because this is the way this fight's looking. This dude is, because I understand you want him on the outside, but bro, you're holding like, and I'm like, I would fire my whole team, bro. You didn't say anything to the ref about this guy holding me all fucking night long. You had no idea that this guy, why was he able to hold like that? Why was he able to hold like that? I'm sorry that you don't know how to fight. I'm sorry. The crazy thing is, Albright looks beat up, you know, and then, you know, people see blood, you know. Okay, Davis is throwing shots from the outside. He doesn't throw a lot of punches from the outside because the inside, the fight is supposed to be on the inside. But here's the catch. There's no inside fight because once Albright comes in, this shit, you can't make it up. Once he comes in, that's what happens. That's what happens. You got Davis backpedaling like, you know, he's thinking he's some kind of poor man's Thomas Hearns or some shit, you know, but he's not landing. He likes to hold on the outside. Thomas Hearn didn't hold like that. He didn't hold like a sissy. This dude's holding this like look how he doesn't have any he doesn't have anything, so he just wraps him up. Davis, though, bro, more than that, he's running and he's holding. On the inside, he runs. Get him. Take a right. Hit him again. 30 seconds left. Oh yeah, this ball. God, I hate these hometown fights. These bullshit Ohio fights, get them. And look what Davis does. He holds. He holds. He's still holding. Jesus Christ. Bro, and it like, look, get him, bro. 12 seconds. Look at Davis. Davis is, get him. Go get him. Get him. Knock him out, bro. fuck's sake, bro. This is crazy. This is crazy. Let's be honest. This fight, not close at all. Albright been whooping Davis. Well, look. What do I think about Keyshawn Davis? I think he's moving weight classes. But I want to see I want to see Albright's face when he gets robbed. Because, bro, he ain't winning this fight. Look at Bob Arum. It's like, I never seen any shit like this in all my life. Davis, you're out. Oh, my God. I never saw a turnaround left hook in my life. I never seen any shit like this in all creation. This is embarrassing. Bowback, what are you teaching your fighters? Yeah, they'll probably make it a draw. He's gonna get robbed. Not here, Albright. Boom! Look, he's gonna get robbed. Yeah. And look, I'm gonna laugh because it's like, hey, it's either one of those things you gotta laugh and cry. He's gonna get robbed. He's like, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But bro, that he's gonna get robbed. That David sucks. Yeah, he does. I mean, he didn't like watch. This is some funny shit. Oh. His mouth is wide open. Like, oh, dude. 286 landed, 99 to 45 landed for Kelvin Davis. You landed 45 shots in fucking 10 rounds. Wow. You threw 130. Now here threw 286. Same connect percentage, 35%. If they give it to Albright, I'm going to be surprised. I will too. I mean, I would be happy for him. But come on, bro. Albright, 10. Look, Mark Kriegel's scorecards, 98 to 92. So let's see what happens. Let's see if boxing is actually fair tonight. Let's see what happens. So, yeah. Crazy. And if you noticed, look what's happening. Why are they just standing around? It's already a red flag. It's a red flag. It's a red flag because here we go. Watch this.
Decision, and now the new silver US WBC junior welterweight champion, Pretty Boy.
Oh, they got it. He got it. Yes. Yes. In the face. In the face. I am so glad I was wrong. Now, they did have that judge on the queue. They had him on the fence. 95. Are you serious? Since when? Albright won. Yeah, he did. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Isaac. He had it 95. I'm glad. The whole fight was a farce. You held the whole fight. You got a brother that's kicking ass. You knew you needed to represent for your brother's sake. Now he's going to fall through the cracks because that's one ass whooping. He ain't going to be able to go anywhere else. Oh, he's mad. He's pissed off. He's pissed off. Oh, they're mad. Oh, they're mad. They're big mad. They don't even like, don't come over there and mess with me. Don't come. Yeah. Abdullah Mason. Look, 8 straight wins by knockout. Oh, he's from Philly. No, but I'm glad that happened, though. I am so glad that happened because that ref was in on it. The ref was allowing that fight to be what it was. That fight shouldn't have been what it. That fight could have been disqualified because either he should have started taking points, and after taking so many points, then he could have. Well, hey, you know what? I got to fight this dude. So either I'm going to fight him or I'm going to get knocked out. You know what I mean? Because if I keep holding him, I'm going to get disqualified. You see what I'm saying? So no, not at all. Not at all, peeps. Andy Cruz would have a bad style for Fabio Wardley. Andy Ruiz? Yeah. Because I mean, Andy knew how. See, Andy would knock out Fabio too. I would stay away from anybody durable. Anybody that could take that one punch, the one thing that I have going for me. If I know that there's fighters that can take that shot or possibly can take that shot, don't go nowhere near them. Don't go nowhere near Jermaine Franklin. Screw Frank Sanchez. Don't fight him. Do not fight Effie Ajagba. Stay away from Andy Ruiz. Because you hit Andy's not going to, like, no. What he could do, he could box Andy from the outside. But what eventually is going to happen, Andy Ruiz is going to catch him with something on the inside, and he's going to hurt him. And then he's going to unload on him like he did AJ. This Davis should retire and go play pickleball. He should go move up in weight. You know what I mean? I don't think that I honestly don't think that he's at the right weight class. But he's not a good fighter though, you know, because you can't be that type of fighter holding like that. Because when you hold, it shows the incompleteness of your arsenal. It's a lack of arsenal. It's a lack of the ability to do what you need to do. So he didn't have any inside uppercuts. You didn't see any of that shit. All you seen him 1-2, 1-2. Oh, he's coming inside. Let me wrap him up. That's all we saw from Davis. That's all we saw. If you have no inside game, he fights like a newly found Cuban fighter that only had limited. Because I mean, most Cubans though, they don't hold like that. They would set it up for you to come in and then them to step back. And when you're coming in, they're stepping back. But then when you're stepping in, they're also stepping back to step back in to set you up with a counter. This ain't the case. This dude, no. Yeah, Jeremiah, he looks old, bro. He fights old. 26, 4, and 21. Has a pretty high knockout percentage. 35 years of age, 5'10", 72-inch reach, 80% KO rate, 135 rounds. Abdullah Mason, 21 years of age, 5'9". No losses, no draws. And he's on his way. So here we go. He trashed. He wanted to be pretty boy and cuddle. Kurt, Philip Hergo would be also a bad style for Fabio. I wonder who they're going to put him up with against now. I mean, we've learned a lot about Fabio, and everything that we learned, I don't like. You got a good punch. That ain't good enough. You know what I mean? Yeah, that will help you, but it's not going to save you each and every time. He better ask Wilder about that. You heard Frank Warren. Well, Wilder, eat your heart out. Okay. No, I seen him in the face off, so I never thought he was Japanese. Missed 135 pounds and came in, and dude came in 139. He knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. He knew exactly he didn't want to come. He's gonna come in and campaign in 140. He's gonna save his money on the sanctioning bodies of those belts, and he's gonna campaign at 140. That's it. Andy Cruz is at 135. He don't want no more of that. He wants to keep that O intact. That's how you do it. You don't fight the people that can beat you. That's how it works, people. That's how you win, by not losing. That's how you win without losing. Okay, so at least Fabio is more skilled and durable than Wilder. Is he? I mean, shit. I just see them two guys with power. You know? But I like Fabio, though. I just hope he learns something from this fight. But he's either going to learn, like, hey, I can't keep getting hit like that because I was almost on my way out. If he learns that, he's good. But if the point, hey, I can knock people out comes to mind, he's already lost. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with Mr. Fabio. We'll see how far he goes. I think it's fun because it's almost like someone, hey, you came through this trail. You're on this journey. And you're on this journey and you're looking at it like, okay, well, hey, I've run it into a situation where I damn near didn't get out of, but I did. So it's either I learn from that part in this journey or I won't, because the next time it won't be as lucky next time. So it is what it is. Sam Noakes, which is 17-0, 15 KOs. Abdullah Mason, which is WBO. Okay. Gabriel Flores, which is 36-2. I have a feeling this main event will be over in one round. Yeah, it's not going to be long, people. So just hang in there with us. Hang in there with us because it won't be long at all. Mason is impossible to dislike the way he carries himself. He's a good lad, man. And he loved the idea of that Davis boy getting beat. They're happy as hell right now because they saw what happened. Yeah. Over or under 3.5? Over. Well, yeah, he weighed 3 pounds and 5 ounces over the amount, over the limit. Oh, Isaac. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he's going to make quick work of Nakathila. Nakathila. Kurt, what about Fabio Worley versus Luis Ortiz? He'll knock out Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz doesn't have the durability. He doesn't have enough durability. So. Yeah, Luis Ortiz doesn't have the durability, man. When you like Andy Ruiz decided to choose Luis Ortiz when they seen and witnessed Luis Ortiz go down from a jab from Charles Martin. When he went down from a jab, pow! And then looked around like wondered where the hell he was. No, he's old. He's not durable anymore. Poor bastard. He needs money, though. They dicked him around. They used him as a pawn for Deontay Wilder. That's all they did with Luis Ortiz. And you can't, like, okay, Jim Jimenez or Jay Jimenez, whatever the hell his manager's name is, they did him dirty. They did him rotten, okay? But everyone has. And see, that's why I'm such an advocate for Cuban fighters. Because a lot of times people don't understand that Cuban fighters are probably one of the most discriminated fighters in the game. Understand that. It ain't. A lot of times, when you hear black and brown is a thing where, okay, that's kind of a slippery slope. You know, you have to be a part of like the Mayweathers or, you know what I mean? Like you got the Haneys and, you know, and stuff like that. And the crazy thing is Mexico has Mexicans. Puerto Ricans have Puerto Ricans. Cubans don't have Cubans. Cubans have their struggle. They don't have a country. They don't have the support because they got a lot of brainwashed Cubans that think, oh, how we grew up in our communist mindset is right. No, it's not. You fucking idiot. It's not right. You need to work and take care of your families. Some things are cool. Some things are not at all. That's why they defect. But that's all they have is their struggles. Justice Hooney is an excellent fighter. Would love to see him next bout. He was solid today. Ortiz was Don King's first fighter in 1860. Yeah, I like Luis Ortiz, baby. He's fast. He's fast. He's a little old, but he can still fight. He's bold. No. But a lot of those fighters, I mean, they don't have the support other fighters have. And Luis Ortiz, he was used as a pawn at Matchroom. He was used as a pawn with PBC and Showtime. He was a pawn. He was never really geared to be a heavyweight champion. See, if he'd have beat Wilder, he would have been the first Cuban heavyweight champion. There is not one yet. You know. So you got all these boxing legends in Cuba. And the only thing they're known for is the fucking amateurs. That's it. That's all they know. Now they got some ron cube, some rum, and they're just there. That's it. Fabio Warley versus Charles Martin next would be good. It would be okay. I think that's a safe fight for Fabio, and I think it's a winnable fight for Fabio because Charles Martin is, he's beatable. One thing we know that could happen. He's beatable. Now, that fight could go all wrong, but I think if I had a choice between Charles Martin, Jarrell Miller, Jermaine Franklin, or Andy Ruiz, it would be Charles Martin. Oh, yeah. It would be Charles Martin. So, definitely. Yeah, it's shitty. The story was that Bob Arum lost the shell game for the rights to Ortiz. Why are Cubans running away from Cuba? Because they don't get paid. That's why. They don't get paid anything. They don't pay Cubans. The Olympic Games, the Olympics, oh yeah, they train all year round. Like they train for the Olympics like most people go to school. You know how kids go to school and it's mostly like 9 months out of the year? Yeah. They train 9 months out of the year. They go home and it's kind of like the vacation time. It's like the summer. But then when that's over, they're going right back. A lot of empty seats. Wow. Kurt, Fabio Warley versus Hrgovic would be, how would that play out? I think that Fabio could probably catch Filip Hrgovic because he's not hard to hit. And I think that's when his punching power would, come to once again into he could test his punching power once again to see how hard he can hit. Because one thing about Filip Hrgovic ain't been knocked out or anything. Danny Dubois couldn't do that. So, I think people need to give Hrgovic more credit than we have been giving him. Cuba is socialism paradise. I don't know what these boxers' problems are. Well, I mean, they're done. I'm gonna tell you what their problem is. You beat Floyd Mayweather in the amateurs. Then you turn on to some television feed, YouTube, and you see Floyd Mayweather talking about he just bought his 8th house. Then you start thinking about everything you could have done for your family, yourself, not your fucking government, yourself. What you could have done for your family had you went that route, had you got the opportunities that pretty boy Floyd Mayweather has gotten. Then you start thinking, you look around you like, I'm in a small ass apartment that I've been in for the last 30 years. I got some rum. I don't really have a lot of money. I have 50, 60 cents. Shit like that. No. Hrgovic is awkward in how he throws punches. He could beat Fabio. Maybe. Didn't Hrgovic go life and death with Dempsey? Yes, he did. But I mean, it was Dempsey McKean fought like fucking Davis just fought. So, he fought to survive. He didn't fight to win. See, when you fight to survive, you're fighting for a totally different purpose. And it makes it more difficult for a progressive fight to actually mature in the ring. Sorry, I was being sarcastic. No, it's all good. I take that shit rather seriously because I know how that shit is. You imagine that, or better yet, how about you grew up with a guy right down the street from you? You're in Guantanamo Bay, and you grew up near a guy. His name was Edislandi, right? You used to beat Edislandi all the time. Edislandi was good, but you were better. Now you look at Edislandi. He's got a big ass house in Houston, Texas. Fine ass wife, kids, money, pool, food, cars, taking trips and shit. Yeah. He's getting $500,000 a fight. And you're sitting there in Guantanamo with some fucking rum. Oh yeah, pretty vista. Great. What is Nakathila's biggest weakness? I have no idea. I don't know him at all. He's from Nambia. Okay. He's 3-0 in his last 2 fights. No, he's 3-0 with 2 KOs in his last 3 fights. Works as a police officer in Windhoek, Nambia. Oh, well, he's a cop. Oh, yeah, he's happy as hell. He's going to come over here and get some of that bread. We'll give you $200,000 to fight. Yes. Bolt, you must give me this money when you come back. I will take my cut. Or I will take a cut. What is Nakathila? Laura's wife looks like she came straight off the cover of a magazine. Cotto got it, man. Cotto's wife got implants so big. I'm like, yeah. Cotto got like, yeah, I want them big. Muy grande. Yeah. This should be a good fight, brother Kurt. Charles Wilson, it should be, my brother. Let's see. We will see. Kurt, who wins? Bakahir Jololov versus Fabio Wardley. I don't know. See, here's the thing. Jololov might be one of those guys like Hooney that's really good, undefeated, but hasn't, may underestimate the situation, let his guard down, and gets caught, just like Hooney did. So it could happen to everybody, or it could happen to a lot of people. Here we go, guys. Here is the main event of the night. That's why you don't compare yourself to others. You become the best you can be and reach the goals you set for yourself. Michael Fuller, counterpunch to you, sir. And let's see. Let's go. We still have Jaya Bataya this evening. Yeah, that's a way to say it, because that's this evening for you guys, because I will be asleep here in a second. There will be no fight breakdown from this fight. It won't. It'll just, I'm gonna be asleep as soon as this fight's over. All right, guys. It's been real. See you at 4. You know. Straight left. Come on, dude. Who you got? Jaya Bataya versus Andy Ruiz? I don't know. That's a different weight class fight. This dude started beating on his chest. What kind of shit is that? He must have got hit with something that, I guess caused him to show how tough he was. That was kind of weird.
Move up in weight, come back to this dressing room to celebrate. What happens?
Yes, win. It was a hard fought, and Sean and his little brother jumped me, they started walking up to me all tough, putting his head against mine, and then grabbed me. Then I was about to swing, but my team and everybody grabbed Keyshawn and everything, and it was crazy.
Coach G and Mike Pavani, your cut man, broke it up.
Yes.
And you're talking about Keon and Keyshawn Davis. Now, Mike Pavani said that bump over your right eye was not there before. Did they do that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That's messed up.
So, what's your reaction to all this? It's a good night for you. It should have been, right?
Yeah, it's definitely, but it added fuel to the flame. Keyshawn, you got to run it back with me in the ring, not outside of the ring.
You're gonna turn this into a Keyshawn fight.
For sure. Like, you feel me? You approaching me on my best night. You feel me? Now we got settle that.
Have you ever heard of this before? Guys getting jumped in their locker room after a fight? Not even in Philly? Well, there you go, fellas. I mean, he wants a rematch. Pretty interesting argument.
I mean, that's totally uncalled for. You talk about a horrible bad week.
Oh yeah, that's super shitty, bro. That's some punk ass shit right there. You guys hear that? So Albright wins. He beats his brother because his brother holds like a sissy all night. I mean, that's pretty much all he did, you know, offensively, honestly. And then they come and jump the kid. Yeah, he had a big, and I remember he had this big knot on his head, and the knot was like, what the hell? What's the time frame? Okay, so 2 minutes and probably 57 seconds. Okay, 2:57. All right, cool. Let me remind myself because I got to do a video. I got to do a video on that. Okay, wait a minute. 2:57. All right, cool. 2:57. Yeah, dude, you guys, yeah, that's a lawsuit. They're gonna give me more money for that. You jumped me after the ring after my fight because I beat up your brother and your brother didn't even come to fight? Oh no. Mm-mm. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Hell yeah. Michael Fuller, tax those pockets. Tax those pockets. Tax those damn pockets. Man, you're giving me, that's assault. You know what I mean? He said, I was about to swing, but I didn't know. It's good you didn't. Because then it's just a tussle at that point. Then it don't matter who hit who hurt. No, first or whatever. No. Those guys, bro, that's some, oh my God, probably broke his hand punching his head like that. You know. Look, that's some punk ass shit. You know what I mean? And they're already throwing signs and shit. I know what they're supposed to be the three brothers, but you know what I mean? That, you know, when you then show activity like that, that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. Really unacceptable. Now that I will do a video on because there's no excuse for that. You know what I mean? And you know, yeah, your little ex-weed smokers and shit like to smoke weed and, you know, urban bullshit like that. But, you know, at the end of the day, you shouldn't be, you know, you shouldn't be doing that, you know. Stacking up an L after L this weekend. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that shit, stuff like that, you know what I mean? And then, you know, and really, now here, Albright, he's like, well, you got to see me in the ring. Hell no. How about you see me again after the ring in the courtroom? I'm gonna Devin Haney your ass. Do the Devin Haney. Do the Devin Haney. You damn right. I'm gonna sue somebody. Hell yeah. And now if it's on camera, it's over with. It's over with. If it's on camera, it's over with. Oh yeah. Keon Trainer was throwing signs during the fighter introduction, was he not? Yeah. I guess. I don't. Who's Keon? Why does Stitch Duran look like Edward James almost? Yeah, man. The trainer is Bomac, Bud's trainer, so I doubt he was throwing up signs. Well, I mean, he was behind them. You know, young ass kids, man, you know, still ain't grew up doing punk ass shit, you know what I mean? And a lot of that stuff, that, you know, that little stuff like that, man, you know. And then there's no reason for them to do what they did. It's cowardly. His brother fought like a coward. He didn't come to fight. He came there to he came there to do a Klitschko impersonation. Yes, he does look like him. Yeah. Yeah. At a venue like that, it should be cameras everywhere. It should be, but that doesn't mean it is. You know? Because if you've went to certain places like that, you'll understand that cameras are not everywhere. No, they're not. The only cameras that are there are cameras of people that are filming stuff. Should I now maybe Eley setback if he was in there or something like that, but I think he's on the West Coast, like recording most of the Manny Pacquiao footage. That's what he does. Eley setback reporting. It's a bitch move. There's no other way around it. Yeah. Bomac didn't bring his gun this time. He probably could now. He's in the States. You can't do that shit in the UK. And while I'm talking, like, this is a pretty challenging fight. I'm thinking Abdullah Mason. I don't know why I want to say Nelson. I want to say, Nakathila. He's giving him a pretty good fight. He ain't coming to lay down. Oh, what the fuck was that? I think he tripped over himself. He's like, oh. That was funny. Oh, good left to the body. Good left to the body. Now, oh, he's opening up. Oh, good left. Uh-oh. Now Mason's is starting to, Yeah, he's rubbing his face. He's one of those drunken-looking dudes anyway. He looks like he's drunk before he left the ring. He looks like a dude named Roberto. He's all like he's been smoking or something coming in there. Baby back bitch move. Yeah. Yeah, that was a baby back bitch move, bro. It really was. I mean, for those dudes to do that and they gave him that whelp like that, bro. Oh yeah, that's documented on national network like ESPN. No, man, somebody would get. I'm locking somebody's ass up, and I'm getting paid. I'm getting a silver suit against them. Damn that. Mr. Bob Arum, you mean you gotta pay this bastard more money because your fucking brother wasn't real enough and man enough to fight like a man. He held like a sissy. He wanted to make love to him. He got that Spence Always Blaze look. He looks high as hell. I saw an interview where Michael Jai White said the only thing that you need in a street fight is boxing and wrestling. He doesn't think karate and most other arts are effective as needed. Karate is more of a tournament, but understand karate is something also you need space to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to, like, if you catch someone with a crescent kick, not saying you couldn't do that. It's just, why would you do that when you have faster instruments? Why would you throw a kick when you could throw 2 punches? Reminds me of Andre Durrell's uncle. Yeah, that was some bitch shit. What he did to Uzcategui, he knocked the shit out of Uzcategui. And you know what? He hit him, but he didn't even knock him out. He was kind of like, Uzcategui was like, he started kicking like, he hit him. Yeah. His uncle swung on his ass. That's a real uncle for you, though. That was a little different because he felt like, look, that was retaliation from a foul. That's like the equivalent of Riddick Bowe's corner jumping Andrew Galata. You guys remember that? Andrew Galata kept boom, boom. Oh. Man, Riddick Bowe's people came at Andrew Galata. They whooped his ass. They whooped him, bro. They gave him the business, man. They just bought him a nice vacation home on the beach, at least $2 million or something. Yeah, I would sue him for 1.8. You know what I mean? See, the more you can get, the more the lawyers can break bread with you because they're going to get their 35% of that shit. So yeah, they'll take the case because you're a professional prize fighter. You just won a bout where you had already taken damage and punishment. Then someone assaults you after the ring with, crazy. Yeah, you're gonna get paid. Oh yeah, he's done. Look at his legs. His legs are fucking unwobbly. Look at him. Look at yeah, he's done. Look at those legs. His legs went Bambi. Oh God. Oh. He get him. Oh, so left to the body. Oh, left to the body. Oh. Man, look. Nakathila's no bitch though, bro. His eyes bleeding, but he's like, come on. Come back to me. Let this boogie. Oh yeah, his right eyelid is. They're gonna stop this anyway. They're gonna stop this anyway, because yeah. Mason's busting him up, bro. He is busting him up. Yeah. But yeah, he's fighting. Look at those legs. Yeah. One of Bo's guys hit him in the head with an pow, bit, pow. They tore this dude up, and he's just, yeah, he jacked. Look, he didn't do it once. Keon and Keyshawn jumped Albright in the locker room. Yeah, that is so shitty. That is so shitty. Yeah, that's gonna be the last video I make for tonight. That right there. A quick sleep kick to the stomach is really effective. It is. You kick someone that's pow. Yep, you got him. You're gonna knock all the wind out of him. And Mason, what I like about Mason, Abdullah goes to the body. You know what I mean? His name is Abdullah, but he does more than go to your Abdullah Alabgada. He goes to your body. Oh, he's jacking this guy up. He's jacking this dude up. He's like, yeah. The breath is like, you sure? Speed difference is down. A quick steep kick to the stomach. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's bad. It's bad. I'm glad I heard that, because I would have missed that, honestly. And just like, hey, man, let me check out what he has to say, because I know he just made this became champion, getting his strap, and and this is probably one of his best wins. He upset one of the Davis brothers of the brothers, and he's a fighter, so he's thinking of it like a fighter. But at the same time, you better be thinking, if I was his promoter, I would be like, hell no, there is no way in hell we're going to take this or let this go undone. There is no way in hell. Mason about to finish him now. Yeah, he's crazy. Your talent can get you to a place in life that your common sense, lack of thereof, can't keep you. Yeah. Oh, they're gonna bring the doctor over. Yeah. They're gonna bring the doctor, because that eyelid is leaking, bro. Here comes the doc. Here we go. Here comes the doc. Let me see, dude. Let me see. All I see is his fucking head shaking. Yep, fight's over. Fight's over. Yeah, they gotta stitch that eyelid up, bro. They gotta stitch that up. So, shit. Mason, hell, he looks unscathed. Look, he looks like he wasn't even in a fight. But that's what keeps you fresh, though. Taking somebody's ass out early, getting them out of here. You know what I mean? Doing it with less stress, less energy, and less damage. Okay? That's the important part. Good fight from Abdullah, and I don't even think he showed what he was going to do to him. It's a good thing he didn't. That cut, it's not bad. I mean, it's not bleeding at the moment, but when you start punching at that thing, it's going to open. You know what I mean? They should let Stitch take a look at it. You know what I mean? Yeah, I saw it coming too, Charles. Basically, the Davis boys are talented enough to go to rare places, but lack the common sense to stay there. Yeah. Basically, the Davis, yeah. So, I mean, this is over. Good fight. Decent scrap. I'm satisfied with it. I mean, Nakathila, you know what I mean? He got to be, look, he got wobbled. You see those legs? His legs turn into jelly, man. Jelly leg face. Oh. Ooh. He gave him that Danny Dubois punch right on the belt line. Yeah. Well, that's it, peeps. That is it. The fight is over in round 4. Hey, good fight for both. I got to do this video on these knuckleheads, the Davises. Yeah. So So there you go. You guys, I will see you here in a few hours because we got to go live for Jai versus Claudio. Okay. Jai versus Claudio. Jai Apataya versus Claudio Squeno will be at 4 a.m. So I will be live at 4 a.m. So you guys get some sleep, and I'm going to do the same. And I will see you guys at 4 a.m. my time, which is 6 a.m. probably you guys' time or wherever you're at in the world. But be blessed. See you guys in a little bit. And we're going to keep this party started. Peace.